So welcome back, this is MarveluxeDeluxe. Today we're doing a solo playthrough of Marvel Champions. Today we have Star-Lord versus Nebula. I've set everything up and we're just going to get right into it. I've drawn my 6 cards. A couple things for the setup here. It says search your deck and discard pile for a copy of the element gun. I'm supposed to do that after I've done my mulligan, so let's check what I have in my hand first. We have Blaze of Glory, Sliding Shot, Welcome Aboard, Jet Boots, Nova Prime, and the Power of Leadership. Definitely think I want to put Nova Prime on the board. Just to start filling out my table with allies, because this is a leadership deck and we want to see a lot of allies on the table. I'm not really going to mulligan. What I will do is set up. It's a search your deck and discard pile for a copy of the element gun upgrade and add it to your hand. So let's look for the element gun. So we found one. So shuffle the deck. I can choose a card in my hand, swap that card with the top card of your deck. Is there anything else I don't really need right now? Blaze of Glory I don't really need right now, but maybe I want to hold on to it. I think we're just going to start. So I've drawn my element gun, right? So it's added to my hand. There's 2 threat on the main scheme. Let's just read this. Basically, Nebula has the Power Stone in this scenario, and she's trying to fly away in her ship with the Power Stone and I guess deliver it to Thanos. You've tracked Nebula's location, but she's trying desperately to get away. This may be your only chance to take the Power Stone from her. X is equal to the number of evasion counters on Nebula's ship. So it starts with 2. So what is X? X is the evasion counters. So her ship is here, Nebula's ship. It says when the villain phase begins, place 1 evasion counter here. And then as an action, the first player can exhaust the Milano and spend up to 2 resources of any type. Remove 1 evasion counter from here for each resource spent this way. So I guess I can do this as many times as the Milano is ready. What do I want to play? I think I want to play the boots, right? Because it allows me to be aerial and I can prevent damage. Basically also want to do the element gun, but I don't have the right resources for it right now. Play if you're, so I can also do Welcome Aboard and then play Nova Prime essentially for free if I turn over. So let's flip Peter Quill. In his hero form, each ally you control gains the Guardian trait, and then his ability is What Could Go Wrong. When you play a card from your hand, deal yourself 1 face down encounter card, and then we will resolve that later in the villain phase. Reduce the cost to play that card by 3. So why don't we be daring and stupid? Let's play this 5 value card. We'll use Welcome Aboard, reduce the cost of the next ally you played this phase by 2. And then we will take an encounter card and then deal it to ourselves and then reduce the cost to play that card by 3, the next card. So Nova Prime comes into play for free. After you play Nova Prime from your hand, defeat a non-elite minion. I don't have any minions on the board right now, so I don't have to really worry about it. He comes in with 3 HP. And he is ready. I'm going to just slide this here. I could do Blaze of Glory and then give him a little bit of a boost, and then that will also... No, I think I want to get the element gun. That's his key here. One of his key pieces. Or wait for next turn. Why don't we set up the board for the next turn? Because sliding shot's really nice. Deal 5 damage and then 2 additional for each face down encounter. So we have the face down encounter card right now. Or it's a little bit too early to be doing our attacking runs, let's maybe set up the board. So let's use Power of Leadership and Blaze of Glory. And then we're going to play... Or do I also burn the sliding shot? Yeah, let's burn the sliding shot. Let's play the element gun. So I'm going to play it on like near Star-Lord, I guess. So we'll just attach it to him. And he can get 2 of these. And this is exhaust element gun and spend 1 resource of any type. I still have the Milano available to spend the resource. And I can deal 3 damage to an enemy. Is that the move? Why don't we exhaust Nova Prime? Let's thwart and remove this, keep it nice and low. And Star-Lord is ready, he can also do an attack. So I'm going to exhaust the element gun. So this is for Star-Lord, this is for the gun. Spend 1 resource of any type. Let's exhaust the Milano. We have a green resource. Deal 3 damage to an enemy. Let's do it to Nebula. So it's down to 11. And then this attack gains piercing, so it would have canceled any tough. There isn't any tough, so I don't worry about it. And then it says on the Power Stone, after a hero or villain deals 3 or more damage to attached character with a single attack, attach the Power Stone to attacking hero. So Star-Lord now has the Power Stone. Star-Lord should also, I guess, attack himself. So he himself will attack for 2, and then the 11 becomes a 9. Okay, we're just moving right along. Everything is exhausted, so there's not much else I can do. Jet Boots is in our hand. So we're going to draw back up to 5 to end our player phase. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we have the Jet Boots. We have Gamora. We have Gutsy Move, Adam Warlock, Sliding Shot, and the Jet Boots. Okay, so that's our hand. We're going to ready everything. And then we're going to start the villain phase. So when the villain phase begins, place 1 evasion counter here. Let's just use blue. As a first player can exhaust the Milano, spend 2 resources, and then remove 1 counter from there. Okay. Place threat on the main scheme here now. So we're going to do 1 per person because X is equal to 1. And then activate the villain. When Nebula initiates an activation against you, resolve the special ability on each technique. There is no techniques attached to her right now, so nothing to resolve. Then discard those attachments. So now she just attacks. We're in hero form. She's going to attack us for 2 plus a boost. I think I use Nova Prime to block. Yeah, because I don't have a lot of HP. Let's use Nova Prime to block. So he's exhausted. So 2 plus the boost of 1. So he takes 3 damage, which will knock him out. And it says give the villain 1 additional boost card for this activation. And then it would have been 5 damage. So 5 damage goes to Nova Prime, and he is off the table. We're going to activate minions. There are none. We'll deal ourselves an encounter card, and then we're going to resolve both encounters. So the first one is Pirate Lackey, Quick Strike. And then it's going to attack me for 2 right away. Forced Response. After this minion attacks and damages you, remove the top card of your deck from the game. That is not good. Okay. And this person has 3 HP. All right. And then this one is Blindside Peril. While you're resolving this card, other players cannot help you. Choose one. Exhaust the Milano, spend Punch, or stun the first player. I think I spend Punch because I don't want to lose my ability to play, or to attack, excuse me, and I don't want to not be able to use the Milano. So I'm going to burn red. Spend the punch, so that's blindside, okay? You'll see it there. So blindside, and those two are done. So now it's the player phase again. So we have some threat there we can deal with. Remove 2 threat from a scheme. Remove 2 additional threat from that scheme for each face down encounter card in front of you. Don't really need to do that right now, so maybe I just play Gamora straight. When you play a card from your hand, deal yourself 1 face down encounter card. There it is. Reduce the resource cost to play that card by 3. Gamora is free. She'll come in with 3. And then, after Gamora attacks or thwarts, discard cards from the top of your deck until you discard an event added to your hand, okay? So this is ready. Oh, I really want to do the jet boots. I could also just shoot the lackey, so we're not having to deal with that. Okay, I'm going to exhaust my element gun, spend 1 resource, I'll burn Gutsy Move, and I'll deal 3 damage to an enemy. Pirate Lackey is off the table. I myself, so when I deal 3 damage, the Power Stone activates, it's gonna just stay with me. I think I attack for 3, 2 plus 1. So 9 becomes 6. We're just chugging along here. So do I want to attack as well? After Gamora attacks or thwarts, discard cards from the top of your deck until you discard an event. Yeah, let's do that. Let's attack, take consequential damage. We're going to attack for 2, and the 6 becomes a 4. And then after Gamora attacks, discard cards from the top of your deck. So we'll discard. Upgrade, support, events, and we have Daring Escape. Oh wow, I could deal myself I could deal myself another face down encounter card to ready my hero and draw 1 card. I think I'm gonna save that. Or maybe I burn that to play jet boots. Yeah, no, I think I want to remove this evasion counter. Exhaust the Milano and spend up to 2 resources of any type. Fine, we'll just burn these 2. And then remove 1 evasion counter. Yeah, we got to keep those evasion things low. I didn't flip this turn, so I can still do that if I want. My HP is at 10, so I think we got to kind of do this fairly quickly. Next phase of Nebula, she has 17 HP, so as long as we can just keep the threat down, we don't have to really worry about the main scheme running too high, as long as Nebula's ship is staying at a low value. I think we're gonna end our turn. We're just gonna draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have another Daring Escape, Make the Call, Laser Blaster, Leader of the Guardians, and Daring Escape. We're gonna ready all our chips here that require readying. And then we're gonna start the villain phase. When the villain phase begins, place 1 evasion counter here. Place 1 threat on the main scheme, 1 becomes 2. Because X equals 1 evasion counter, so we put it from 1 to 2. Activate the villain now. For the forced interrupt, when Nebula initiates an activation against you, resolve special abilities. There are none attached to her. So she's just going to do a straight attack. I'm going to try and stay alive. Gamora's going to block. So he's going to attack for 2 plus a boost. The boost is... So the boost is 3. No, total plus boost is 3, excuse me. So give the villain one additional boost card for this activation. This one says reveal this card. So sound the alarms. Each enemy gets +1 attack. So Nebula right now would have 3 +1 is 4, and that would do enough damage to kill Gamora, and she would also take the Power Stone. So Gamora is now in my discard pile. And then we deal an encounter card and then resolve both of them. The villain schemes for 1 plus a boost of 0. So this comes up to 3. And then this is attached to Nebula. Nebula gains Stalwart. It's evasive maneuvering. And then it says special, you are stunned. So when she activates next turn, she's going to stun me. Okay, I can see that one coming. So let's try to do 3 damage to remove the Power Stone from her. I have Daring Escape, I have Leader of the Guardians. Each Guardian character you control gets +1 thwart. That's pretty good. So maybe I do Make the Call. Pay the printed cost of an ally in any player's discard pile. So I think I'm going to use Star-Lord's ability again. Deal myself an encounter card. Let's get Gamora back on the board. She comes in with 3. Right. Let us. Oh, why is Star-Lord exhausted? No, that's not exhausted. That's just for the ability, sorry. Gamora comes in ready. I think I want to attach the laser blaster to her, so I'm going to spend a blaster to attach a blaster. So now her attack is +1, and it has overkill, which is nice. I could burn these 2 to reduce the value of the evasion counters. I'm going to be stunned next turn, so we might as well try and do as much damage as we can right now. Okay, so Gamora's going to attack for 3 because of the gun, and the gun gives her overkill, so this is now down to 1. Nebula's at 1 HP. I will exhaust the element gun, spend 1 resource. We'll spend Leader of the Guardians. Deal 3 damage to an enemy. So this is done. This attack gains piercing. After a hero or villain deals 3 or more damage, attach Power Stone to the attacking hero or villain. So now this comes back to me. Just going to slide it underneath. I am at 7 HP. So now she turns over, or goes to her next form, excuse me. The first technique attachment, each player reveals each round gains Surge. Oh, I should have drawn another encounter from last turn. I forgot about that. So, give to the player Peter Quill. You may flip to alter ego form and choose one. Exhaust Peter Quill, remove banishment from the game, or discard an element gun from. Okay, so I may flip him. So let's flip. Choose exhaust Peter Quill, remove banishment from the. Okay, I guess I have to exhaust him. Let's remove banishment from the game. So that should have been done from last turn, so I'm just doing it now because I didn't realize about the technique attachment thing, gain Surge. So I can still flip back up to my main. Yeah, I think we'll do that now. We're just going to flip back. I can't attack. But I can deal myself another encounter card and ready my hero. She is now at 17. The sound the alarms, I'm going to just mark it like this. She has +1 attack. She's attacking for 3. I think maybe we would just rush and just try to win this game right away. I don't really care about Art of Evasion anymore. I think we can kind of rush this and get this over with. So yeah, let's deal ourselves 1 face down encounter card. That'd be crazy. Ready your hero. Draw 1 card, so we're gonna do Daring Escape. And we have Welcome Aboard. Okay, so we'll leave that. Or do we want to... No, I can't use, because I would need an extra resource. I can't exhaust the Milano and then also generate a resource. So this is gonna go up to 2 next turn. I still am ready. I can still attack for 3. Not much else I can do. Let's attack for 3 because we have the Power Stone. So let's attack. 17 becomes 14. And I think that ends the round. So we're gonna draw back up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1. So we have Welcome Aboard. We have Nowhere, Bad Boy, Blaze of Glory, Target Practice. Okay, I'm not drawing any allies next turn. Ready, ready, and ready. This is ready, so I can flip again next turn. Oh, this is gonna be nuts. Let's see. There's three encounters coming to us next turn. Oh boy. Okay. So starting the villain phase. When the villain phase begins, place 1 invasion counter here. There's now 2. Place threat on the main scheme. So I have to put 2 now. So we're up to 5. Activate the villain and resolve the boosts. So the villain will attack. So when Nebula initiates an activation against you, resolve the special ability. So you are stunned. Not cool. If you are already stunned, okay. Then choose and discard one of those attachments. Oh, okay. When Nebula initiates an activation against you, resolve the special ability on each technique attachment in play, then choose and discard one of, so I have to discard this one. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now she attacks me. I will use Gamora to block. So she's attacking me for 2. Plus a boost. The boost is star. So unfortunately this knocks out Gamora. And the star says, after this activation ends, attach this card to Nebula and resolve its special ability. Place 1 threat on the main scheme. This is now 6. This now turns over into 2B. Or so into the, 2A scheme. With expert precision, Nebula's ship pitches and yaws, outmaneuvering the Milano and putting Nebula just far enough away that she might have a chance to escape. When revealed, place 2 evasion counters on Nebula's ship. Wow. Give me a break with this. For each evasion counter on Nebula's ship, discard the top 2 cards of each player's deck and the encounter deck. What? So I have to discard 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think we just have to go all out now and just try and kill Nebula. X is equal to the number of evasion counters on Nebula's ship. It says Nebula's engines are primed and ready. Take them out before she warp jumps. And now it starts with 3 per person. But next turn we definitely have to reduce it because, yeah, X is going to be 5 next turn. Wow. So now we will deal ourselves an encounter card. We're going to resolve 3 encounters. Jeez. Can I do 14 damage next turn? Insight. So we add 1 threat to the main scheme. Surge. Draw another encounter. Place 1 evasion counter on Nebula ship. This is bananas. I think we lose. Barrel roll. Attached to Nebula. Gain stalwart. attached to Nebula. Nebula cannot take more than 5 damage from a single attack. When revealed, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until the technique attachment is discarded. Reveal that card. And we find Weapon Mastery. Wow. And there's no way to remove these techniques. So I have to do 14 damage to her now. Well, let's just play and let's see what happens. No, I think we lose because we can't really... I have to burn an attack. So I'm gonna attack, remove the stun. And I can exhaust the element gun. There's no one to do welcome aboard for, well, target practice will burn. And then we'll do 3 damage to an enemy. So this is now 11, and I can't do any more damage. And I think that pretty much ends the game. The warp drive will initiate. I can only remove 1 evasion counter. It's already at 4. Yeah, so that ends the game. Wow, those evasion counters just added up so fast. Okay. Well, that was Star-Lord versus Nebula. I think I should just play out this round and then I'll just show you how it ends. Can I do Blaze of Glory? Yeah, I can play it, but I can't use it because I'm already exhausted. I have no more cards. Oh, what was next? Not any better. I'm still looking for allies. Okay, so let's just end our turn. We draw up to 5. Sorry. I'm gonna, what does it say? Oh, I can't even exhaust to remove. Oh, I can. Exhaust the Milano, spend up to 2 resources. So let's just say, welcome aboard and Blaze of Glory. Or, sorry, and Nowhere. And then remove 1 evasion counter. It's at 4. I can't even thwart. Yeah. That's game. So I'm going to ready everything, draw up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got Yondu. I have Get Ready. But now we start the villain phase. When the villain phase begins, place 1 evasion counter here. That's 5. And then place threat on the main scheme. So I have placed 5 there. And then 5, I'm at 9. So that triggers. If this stage is completed, the players lose game. And Nebula escapes. So that's Star-Lord versus Nebula. We didn't win this one. I hope you guys were able to follow along and you enjoyed it. Check us out for our next video. We're probably going to try fighting Ronin. Until then, take care.